There is increasing international outrage over the killing of 7 aid workers earlier this week in Gaza. According to the United Nations, their deaths bring the total number of aid workers killed during the war in Gaza to at least 196.
Expect the tone of President Joe Biden's phone call today with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to be tense. It will be their first call since Israeli strikes killed 7 aid workers from World Central Kitchen who were delivering food Monday in Gaza. In a statement Tuesday, the president said he was, quote, outraged and heartbroken by their deaths. And yesterday, according to the Pentagon, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin expressed his outrage in a phone call with his Israeli counterpart, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant.
We are having conversations with the Israeli government. We've been very clear about that. Those conversations have been tough.
Netanyahu claims his forces, quote, unintentionally struck innocent people in Gaza. But World Central Kitchen says it coordinated the convoy's movements with the Israeli military. The organization is now calling for an independent investigation into the strikes that killed its workers, and the group's founder rejects Netanyahu's claim that the strikes were unintentional.
They were targeted systematically, car by car.
Since Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th and killed about 1,200 people, nearly 33,000 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza, according to the health ministry there. Conditions continue to deteriorate with more and more Gazans on the precipice of starvation. As President Biden works to broker peace, the Republican nominee, former President Donald Trump, has inserted himself into the mix. The New York Times reports that the former president recently spoke by phone with Saudi Arabia's de facto leader, Prince Mohammed bin Salman. It's not known what they discussed. Saudi Arabia would presumably be part of a peace treaty that Congress would have to approve. And as the leader of the Republican Party, the former president could either facilitate or scuttle a deal with the Saudis.
President Biden is facing criticism from both sides of the aisle for failing to leverage America's power to change Israel's behavior. One step he could take is placing limits on what Israel can do with the weapons that the U.S. provides.